Unit 2, Situation Analysis. Under the situation analysis, first we will see SWOT analysis. An overview of the four factors: strength, weakness, opportunities and threat is given below. A brief introduction about the strength. Strength are the qualities that enable us to accomplish the organization mission. These are the bases on which continuous success can be made and continued or sustained. Strength can be either tangible or intangible. These are what you are well versed in or what you have expertise in, the trait and qualities your employees possess individually and as a team, and the distinct features that give your organization its consistency. Then we'll go for the weakness. Weakness are the qualities that prevent us from accomplishing our mission and achieving our full potential. These weaknesses deteriorate influence on the organization's success and growth. Weakness are the factors which do not meet the standard we feel they should meet. Weakness in an organization may be depreciating machinery, insufficient research and development facilities, narrow product range, poor decision making, etc. Weaknesses are controllable. They must be minimized and eliminated. For instance, to overcome obsolete machinery, new machine can be purchased. Other examples of organizational weakness are huge debt, high employee turnover, complex decision making process, narrow product range, large wastage of raw material, etc. Then we'll see the opportunities. Opportunities are presented by the environment within which our organization operates. This arises when an organization can take benefit of conditions in its environment to plan and execute strategies that enable it to become more profitable. Organization can gain competitive advantages by making use of opportunities. Organization should be careful and recognize the opportunities and grasp them whenever they arise. Selecting the target that will best serve the client while getting desired result is a difficult task. Opportunities may arise from market, competition, industry or government and technology. Increasing demand for telecommunication accompanied by deregulation is a great opportunity for new firm to enter telecom sector and compete with existing firm for revenue. Then we will go for the threat. Threat arises when conditions in external environment jeopardize the reliability and profitability of the organization business. They compound the vulnerability when they relate to the weakness. Threats are uncontrollable. When a threat comes, the stability and survival can be at stake. Examples of threat are unrest among employees, ever-changing technology, increasing competition, leading to excess capacity, price wars, and reducing industry profit, etc. Then we'll see the SWOT analysis. SWOT is an acronym for strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. By definition, strength and weakness are considered to be internal factors for which you may have some measure of control. Also by definition, opportunities and threat are considered to be external factors over which you have essentially no control. Then, SWOT analysis is the most renowned tool for audit and analysis of the overall strategic position of the business and its environment. Its key purpose is to identify the strategies that will create a firm specific business model that will best align an organization resource and capabilities to the requirement of the environment in which the firm operates. Then we'll see the advantages of SWOT analysis. It is a source of information for strategic planning. Build organization strength, reverse its weakness, maximize its response to opportunities, overcome reorganization threat. It helps in identifying core competence of the firm. It helps in setting up objectives for strategic planning. It helps in knowing past, present and future so that by using past and current data, future plan can be charted out. Then limitation of SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is not free from its limitation. It may cause organization to view circumstances as very simple, because of which the organization might overlook certain key strategic content which may occur. Moreover, categorizing aspect as strength, weakness, opportunity and threat might be very subjective, as there is a great degree of uncertainty in market. SWOT analysis does stress upon the significance of these four aspects, but it does not tell how an organization can identify these aspects for itself. Then we'll see the limitations of SWOT analysis, which are in not control of management. These include price increases, input or raw materials, government legislation, economic environment, searching a new market for the product which is not having overseas market due to import restriction, etc. Then we'll see the internal limitation may include insufficient research and development facilities, faulty product due to poor quality control, poor industrial relation, lack of skilled and efficient labor, etc. Next, we will see the SWOT analysis framework. Under the SWOT analysis framework, we will see first one, environmental scan, which is divided into internal analysis and external analysis. Internal analysis, we have the strength and weakness. External analysis, we have the opportunities and threat. Then we will go for the environmental scanning. Environmental scanning refers to possession and utilization of information about occasion, patterns, trend and relationship with an organization's internal and external environment. Now we will see the components of a business environment. Business environment can be divided into internal environment and external environment. And internal environment, we come across the value system, mission and objectives, organizational structure, corporate culture, quality of human resources, labor union, physical resources and technological capabilities. Next, external environment will be divided into micro environment and macro environment. Under the micro environment, we come across the organization, customers, competitors, market, suppliers and intermediaries. Under the macro environment, we come across economic, political, legal, technological, global, social, cultural and demographic. What are the important factors for environmental scanning? We can see now event. These are specific occurrences which take place in different environmental sectors of a business. Trend. As the name suggests, trend or general course of action or tendency along which the event occurs. Issues. In wake of the event and trend, some concern can arise. Expectations. Some interested groups have demand based on their concern for issues. These demand or expectation. Then we will go for the industry analysis. Industry analysis is a tool that facilitates a company's understanding of its position related to other companies that produce similar product or services. Understanding the forces at work in the overall industry is an important component of effective strategy planning. Industry analysis enables small business owners to identify the threat and opportunity facing their businesses and to focus their resources on developing unique capabilities that will lead to your competitive advantages. Many small business owners and executives consider themselves at worst victims and at best observers of what goes on in their industry. They sometimes fail to perceive that understanding your industry directly impacts your ability to succeed. Understanding your industry and anticipating its future trend and direction gives you the knowledge you need to react and control your portion of that industry. Kenneth J. Cook wrote in his book, The AMA Complete Guide to Strategic Planning for Small Business. Business forecasting techniques. There are several business forecasting methods that might work for your business that will help you understand past trend and potential demand. The right technique might depend on what industry is using it. Here are some of the general forecasting models often used by businesses. First one, qualitative. This method is an appropriate where no hard data is available. Startups, for instance, can't project against past data because there is no past data for their business. They must use a subjective approach then that look at the industry, market research and relies on opinion of industry expert. Quantitative. Quantitative method forecasts the future through looking at past data. This measurable, method-based analytical mode is appropriate for several statistical forecasting needs, including short-term goals and planning. Then casual method. This kind of forecasting is used to try to understand and predict relationship between things. If there has been a downturn in sales, is that because of the economy or bad customer service? Understanding the relationship between data sets can help to create a better plan going forward. Then forecasting tools. Strategy management of any goals requires accurate data to plan from, to find, gather and analyze the most accurate data and utilize it in your planning. You need the right tools. Here a list of current reliable tools to try when working on forecasting for your business. Demand work. Demand work offers forecasting software for businesses that run 100% in browsers. You can run the software from servers, the cloud or your desktop. The demand planning software is especially for inventory management, capacity planning and sales and operation planning. QuickBooks. QuickBooks is a go-to resource for anyone looking for accounting software. Because of their robust platform, you can generate trended reports and forecasting reports that will help you in planning financial and budgeting objectives. Tableau. Tableau has been touched as a great software solution for focusing for business intelligent goals. It helps you get an accurate picture of several different areas of business and strategies around the data. Then we'll go for the internal scanning. Organization analysis and concerned with identifying and developing an organization resource competencies. Resource, an organization asset tangible and intangible. Capabilities, a corporation ability to exploit its resources. Competency, a cross-functional integration and coordination capabilities. Core competency, a collection of competency that cross divisional boundaries, is widespread throughout the corporation and is something the corporation does exceedingly well. Distinctive competency, core competencies that are superior to those of the competition. Identify and classify resources in terms of strength and weakness. Combine the firm's strength into specific capabilities and core competency. Appraise profit potential. Are there any distinct competency? Core competency and essential for organization success. Then we'll go for the mission. The mission statement states the role that organization plays in society. It is one of the popular philosophical issues which is being looked into business managers since last 2 decades. We'll see the definition of mission. Thompson states mission as the essential purpose of the organization concerning particularly why it is existence, the nature of the business it is in, and the customer it seeks to serve and satisfy. The above definition reveals the following. It is the essential purpose of organization. It answers why the organization is in existence. It is a basis of awareness of a sense of purpose. It fits its capability and the opportunity which government offers. We will see next the objectives. Objectives are the end towards which activities are directed. According to McFarlane, objectives are goals, aims or purpose that organization wish over varying periods of time. Then we'll see what are the guidelines for objective setting. First one, it should be clearly specified. It should be set taking into account the various factors affecting their achievement. It should be consistent with the organization mission. It should be rational and realistic rather than idealistic. It should be achievable but must provide challenge to those responsible for achievements. It should start with to and be followed by an action verb. Should be consistent over the period of time. Should be periodically reviewed. Should have hierarchy. Organization objectives should have social sanction. An organization may have multiple objectives. Objectives can be changeable. Next we see the functions of objectives. To define an organization, to provide direction for decision making, to set standard of performance, to provide a basis for decentralization, integrated organization, group and individuals. Then we'll see the stakeholder theory. Edward Freeman stakeholder theory holds that a company's stakeholder include just about anyone affected by the company and its working. Types of stakeholders and their roles. First one, we'll see the owner. Owners are the people who are interested in the business and focused are interested in making the profit from the stakeholders. Employees. Employees or workers are the people who are working for their business and are interested in earning the high wages. Managers. Managers are the people who are there in the business to manage and look after at the business process. They are also concerned about their salaries. Customers. Customers are the people who are ready to buy the business product. Customers expect to buy the best quality from that business but at reasonable prices. Supplier. Suppliers are the people who are willing to give their product to the business and want the business to buy their product. Lender. Lender is the people who want to repay by the business on time. Then Sjctnc and March behavioral theory. Behavioral theory of Sjctnc and March. Sjctnc and March have put forth a systematic behavioral theory of the firm. In a modern, large multi-product firm, ownership is separate from management. We have the organization goals of Sjctnc and March. Sjctnc and March regard the modern business firm as a complex organization in which the decision-making process should be analyzed in variables that affect organization goals, expectation, and choice. Types of organization goals: production goal, inventory goal, sales goal, market share goal, and profit goal. First, production goal. The production goal represents in large part the demand of those coalition members who are connected with production. It reflects pressures towards such things as stable employment, ease of scheduling, development of acceptable cost performance and growth. This goal is related to output decisions. Inventory goal, second one. The inventory goal represents the demand of coalition members who are connected with inventory. It is affected by pressures on the inventory from salesmen and customers. This goal is related to decision in output and sales areas. Sales goal. The sales goal aim at meeting the demand of coalition members connected with sales who regard sales necessary for the stability of the organization. Then we'll have the fourth one, market share goal. The market share goal is an alternative to the sales goal. It is related to the demand of sales management of the coalition who are primarily interested in the comparative success of the organization and its growth. Like the sales goal, the market share goal is related to sales decision. Then we have the profit goal. The profit goal is in terms of an aspiration level with respect to the money amount of profit. It may also be in the form of profit share or return on investment. Thus, the profit goal is related to pricing and resource allocation decision. Then we'll go for the decision making process. The decision making process in the Sjctnc model rests with the top management and the lower level of administration. The top management sets the organization goal and allocates the given resource to the various departments based on their share of the total budget of the firm. The share of the budget depends upon the bargaining power and the skill of each manager. The bargaining power is determined by the past performance of each department. In this process of allocation, the top management retains some funds to be allocated at its discretion at any time to any department. The decision-making process also depends upon information and expectation formed within our organization. Information is required to facilitate the decision maker. Information is not a costless activity. Search activity is started whenever a problem arises because search helps to locate and collect information. Implication of the Sjctnc model for price behavior. Sjctnc developed a simplified model to illustrate the key process at work in any oligopolistic firm when it makes its decision on price, output, cost, profit, etc. In this model, each firm is assumed to have three sets of goals for profit, production and sales and three basic decisions to make on price, output and sales effort in each time period. Then we'll have the criticism about the Sjctnc. The Sjctnc area of the firm has been severely criticized on the following grounds. Hawkins pointed out that criticism of the behavioral approach is along the line that it uses a Sjctnc to crack a walnut. Do we really need to construct mirror images of companies, virtually assembling the decision-making process brick by brick? In order to predicate their behavior, would not simpler model suffice for the limited purpose we have in mind? Economists have questioned whether it is a theory at all. It deals with the particular cases, whereas a theory is expected to be a general approximation of the behavior of the firms. Its empirical base is too limited to provide the detail of the theorizing, hence it fails as a theory of the firm. Then, the third one, the behavioral theory related to duopoly firm and fail as a theory of market structure. It does not explain the interdependence and interaction of firms, nor the way in which the interrelation of the firms lead to equilibrium of output and price at the industry level. Thus, the condition for the attainment of stable equilibrium in the industry are not determined. The fourth one, the theory does not consider either the condition of entry or the effect of the behavior of existing film of a threat of potential entry by firms. The behavioral theory explains the short-run behavior of firms and ignores their long-run behavior. Thus, it cannot explain the dynamic aspect of invention and innovation which are related to the long run. The next one, no X prediction can be derived from the postulate of the behavioral theory. The acceptance of satisfying behavior renders practically the theory into a tautological structure. Whatever the firms are observed to do can be rationalized on the lines of satisfying. In the next one, the behavioral theory is based on the simulation approach, which is a predictive technique. It simply predicates the behavior of the firm but does not explain it. We come to the conclusion. Despite the criticism, the behavioral theory of Sjctnc is an important contribution to the theory of the firm, which brings into focus multiple changing and acceptable goals in managerial decision making. Next, we will see the Porter's 5 forces model. The model of the 5 competitive forces was developed by Michael E. Porter in his book Competitive Strategy. Techniques for analyzing industries and competitors in 1980. Since that time, it has become an important tool for analyzing an organization industry sector in strategic process. Next, we will see the Porter's 5 forces model in a diagram. At the central point, we have the industrial rivalry. Around that, we have the threat of entry, bargaining power of buyers, threat of substitute, bargaining power of suppliers. The above forces determine an industry structure and the level of competition in that industry. The stronger competitive forces in the industry are the less profitable it is. An industry with low barrier to enter, having few buyers and suppliers, but many substitute products and competitors will be seen as a very competitive and thus not so attractive due to its low profitability. Then we will see the attractive industry, high profit, high barriers to enter, weak suppliers bargaining power, weak buyers bargaining power, few substitute product or services, low competition. Then we see the unattractive industry, low profit, low barriers to enter, strong suppliers bargaining power, strong buyers bargaining power, many substitute product or services, intense competition. Next we will see the Porter's 5 forces model in a brief. First one, threat of new entrant. These forces determine how we see or not it is to enter a particular industry. If an industry is profitable and there are few barriers to enter, rivalry soon intensifies. Second one, bargaining power of suppliers. Strong bargaining power allows suppliers to sell higher priced or low quality raw material to their buyers. Then third one, bargaining power of buyers. Buyers have the power to demand lower price or higher product quality from industry producers when their bargaining power is strong. Then fourth one, threat of substitutes. This force is especially threatening when buyers can easily find substitute product with attractive prices or better quality, and when buyers can switch from one product or services to another with little cost. Rivalry among existing competitors. This force is a major determinant on how competitive and profitability an industry is. In competitive industry, firms have to compete aggressively for a market share, which result in lower profit. Rivalry among competitors is intense when there are many competitors, exit barriers are high, industry of growth is slow or negative, products are not differentiated and can be easily substituted, competitors are of equal size, low customer loyalty.